Hey guys. Hey YouTube. How y'all doing? This is Eric Thompson. Here I am with the video today. That me just sitting here in the trunk of my car. I just need a break from school today. I've skipped school today to get some fresh air. The fact that I'm working on my last project. I am using the Maya software. It continues to crash. Whenever I work on a character, when I add skeleton joints, I bind it to the character's skin, which means combining it all together. And then I have to animate it. And I had to do the weight painting, which is frustrating because it doesn't paint it at the right shape that I wanted. I get frustrated all the time whenever things don't go right when I'm using a computer working on a project using the software. I just couldn't stand it today, man. I just couldn't. That's why I don't want a career. That's why I would rather do digital art in my own time. Because throughout my whole life, I would rather do something I'm very passionate about and not get a career about it. I am used to the technology around here, but I don't want too much technology. I'm not a robot, man. I'm not. I would never be a robot. It's like this generation, I never felt lost my entire life. Because I exist in a generation that has been expensive. If I existed way back then, it would have been a lot easier because it was cheap back then and it wasn't too much technology. And I would have had a better childhood than I did as a kid. If I experienced the old generation, I wouldn't worry about this new generation of people feeling lost. People being kicked out of their homes. People who lose their homes. I'm making this video today because I need to change the area. I always end up making the same videos at the same area. Even though this is Long Beach, you kind of see that right there in the trash can. This is Long Beach. But I've never filmed myself talking while staring at the beach alone. I skipped school so that I could really have better fresh air. Because if I'm taking a break, if I'm walking outside, it feels good. The air is hitting your face. Feel like you really need to breathe. And if you don't take time for yourself, from the computer, at your school, or even at home, you're not gonna feel alright. But here's the difference. If you're a digital artist like me, and you're not working at a company, you do it your own time. And if you get frustrated at things, you could just take a step back from the computer yourself without anybody telling you that. That's what I would do. That's what I do. I just went to the gym last night because I feel like I ate a giant meal and I need to exercise. And I do need to eat right, but I really have to get in the mood to do that. I'll have to make that a routine, which I don't like forcing myself to do that. And I am not a diet person. But I could figure it out. I could change my eating habits. And I usually take baby steps. And if I mess up, I start all over again. I'm not perfect, and I never will be. It's a nice view over here. And it feels good of me sitting down, laying down in the trunk, because I need a fresh air. I need some wind in my face. The last time I went to a beach was 2 years ago when I got my driver's license. It was a relief. Because if I didn't get my driver's license, I wouldn't feel free as much. Although the sad thing is, when you get your driver's license and you have a car, you have to pay car insurance. You have to keep filling up gas to your tank. You may not feel free as much, but at least it's better than having to take the bus from school to home and you do nothing else. Especially when you don't have a job. If you don't have a side hustle or if you don't drive for a living, then what else can you really do? You just get a job, take the bus to your job, and then from your job, when your shift is done, you take the bus back home. Or you can take the bus to the mall or anything like that. I just hate the fact that when you're independent, the people in your family always worry about you. They always worry about where you're going. And I'm a grown man. I should be able to do things on my own. I'm not gonna die, so just let me live. I do live in my mama's house again. I moved back because I really could not afford the rent. When I stayed in those 2 months, it was a good experience, but it was very expensive. I was only lucky to do it because I had to tax my mileage. I got $2,000. That's when I got the place in Culver City. That's how I spent the rent. And because I was fired from my last job, that's when I was able to pay the second rent. Part of me was relieved that I was fired. Part of me feels like if I can't get a job that's close to where I live, then I'll just find jobs that's outside of this state. I'll find jobs somewhere else because I'm tired. I've done enough here. There's nothing for me here. I know I keep saying that and I don't always do something about it, but I'm trying, man. I have a whole lot of work to do if I want to take things to the next level. I have a whole lot of work to do. At least going to this beach, sitting by myself, with no company that I need right now. At least I can breathe for right now. My parents don't know this. Only the school knows this. But I never told them why. I never will. Because I can't stand sitting at a computer working on the project that I'm frustrated on. And funny thing, if I asked them for help on what I was frustrated on, they either had to make the changes for me and they might change the things that I don't like, or I will be mad because they tell me to start over. The deadline is the day before I graduate. If I don't finish, then we just leave it how it is. And the fact that I have a test, which gives me more anxiety, which makes me not able to process a test because I hate tests. If I fail the test, so be it. I don't care anymore. I made the personal decision that I just graduate and go. No internships after graduation. And the day the graduation, after I graduate that day, the next week, I have to go to school if I want to do the orientation to get in working for the studio, which I do not want to do. That's why I told them I want a break. I do not want to come back. I just needed some fresh air, man. I just needed peace and quiet from my parents telling me that I should wake up and go to school. That I'm always late for school, which I am, that's true. But I don't want them to to constantly wake me up before my alarm clock goes up. I hate having to hear them that I shouldn't be late for school. And it matters that I get some certificate, that it matters that I go to school because you get a better career job, which I do not want to. All I care about is living the life of me being a human being, doing whatever I want. That's all I care about. You like this video? You dislike this video? Comment what you think, share it. See you on the next one. Everybody, peace out. I'm gonna take a walk.